Happy Monday. This is Guy Eccentric live at 5. So I go live every Monday at 5 o'clock. I'm talking about all things Guy Eccentric living. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Eric Harris. My business is Chi for Healing. You may see me posting on my page and on Instagram at Chi for Healing. I recently started a membership group where I focus on helping people that are dealing with chronic illness, chronic pain, to heal with nature. So we use the foundations of Chinese medicine, holistic healing, wild foraging, and plant-based living. And so I decided to go live every Monday to talk about some of the topics that we are going over on the membership group as part of our monthly topic. And this month was all about gardening tips and tricks, okay? So we talked about different fertilization methods that you can use organically, and also helping to deter the bugs and all that, and organic methods, stuff like that. So, and one other thing that we're focusing on is talking about quick pickling. So I decided to go live today talking about that. For those of you who came on last week, I know I said I was gonna do talking about the 369 cleanse from Cleanse to Heal Medical Medium, but that will be rolled over to next week, okay? Because I am starting the cleanse at the end of this week, so I thought it would be better that I would be already doing the cleanse and talking about that, okay? Using cucumbers is a great cleansing method, that's for sure. So super healthy for you. And sure, some of you that are gardening from home, cucumbers are in quite a surplus this year. I think it was perfect that we didn't have too much rain, but maybe just enough. Now we could still use some more, but they certainly like the heat, and I know my cucumbers have been going like crazy. So you want to find different things that you can do to use them if you can't eat them all at once. So you can juice them, right? You can make a cucumber salad with some fresh dill. One thing you can do is also make a quick pickle out of them, okay? So these are some dill seeds, so from dill flowers from last year. And I'm gonna show you how I make that. So before I do that, I'm just gonna tag a few people, let them know that I'm going live. So I'll go off the screen for a second. Share in a couple places. Perfect. Almost done. Just want to let people know going live. How y'all doing if you joined me today? We're talking about quick pickling cucumbers. We're gonna get started momentarily. All right, perfect. All right, how you doing, Pam? So, I already made the quick pickling mixture, but what you do is you take 1 cup of salt. I like pink Himalayan sea salt, and you want to add that to about 4 cups of water on the stove. Bring it to a quick boil, and then you just let it simmer down. You really just have to boil it just to help to dissolve the salt, okay? I put some black peppercorns in here and also some mustard seeds. This is actually a batch I made up like a month ago. When I do my quick pickling or regular pickling, I often make up a big batch and then I'm just ready to pickle stuff right away, okay? So that way when I'm foraging in the woods and I come home with my harvest, I can easily just boom, throw them in the pickle and throw them in the fridge. So a quick pickle will last in this jar in the fridge for about 2 to 3 months. Usually about 2 months is best, okay? But it's a great way to pickle without doing the whole canning process. All right, so my cucumbers are pretty clean, so I'm not even going to wash them because that helps to preserve the beneficial bacteria that are on them. I'm not even going to skin them either because I'm pickling them. These are pretty soft skinned. These are, I believe, Dar cucumbers that I planted. These actually I started from seed. So way back in March, these were born. It's pretty amazing to see the whole evolution from seed to bloom. So I'm just going to slice these up. Don't want to do them too thin, but thick enough so they can last. All right, now I'm going to dunk them in my pickle. Looks like I got actually a little bit too much water in there, so we're going to dump some of that out. Make room for the pickles. That's what they will be. That's a nice thick one, which is good. And I like to just use salt. Some people will use vinegar, but I actually stay away from vinegar because it actually is not good for your liver. I'll talk about that a little bit next week when we're talking about the 369 cleanse. But I know it's a common practice that people do. So it's also, vinegar is not good for your teeth. It actually can help to rip off the enamel in your teeth, so that's not so good. So I like just using salt. It's like how you make certain sauerkrauts and kimchis and stuff like that, which I used to do, called lacto fermentation, but I've actually moved away from that as well. There we go, I need to make more room. So I just cut off the ends, slice them up. I don't usually do this with the black peppercorn and the mustard seed, but hey, pickling's all about experimentation. So we'll see how it tastes. I was just gonna do it with the dill, but I already had this made up, so I figure what the heck, might as well. There we go. Sometimes get a little snack into it. Okay. Looks like I dumped out a little too much water, so I might add a little bit more water. I'm gonna shake this up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add a little bit more water there. You want whatever you're putting in here, cucumbers, anything, to be submerged under the water, okay? Because cucumbers are what people most commonly think of with pickling and stuff, but you can pickle anything. You can pickle any fruit and vegetable. There's just certain ones that do better, especially in the quick pickling process. Okay, cucumbers are probably the best known. And also with these cucumbers, by the way, I'm putting some of these dill seeds in here. Okay, get some of that wonderful dill flavor. And you can do fresh dill also. You could throw in fresh dill flowers, but I just happen to have these on the shelf and thought that they would be perfect. So these are from last year. You could technically actually make these to grow a dill plant. I did grow my dill plant from seed, so you can do that as well if you let the flowers turn into seed. But what I was getting to is you can also, if it gets to the end of that time period, that 2 to 3 month time period, and you haven't eaten them all, you could also take them out and you could can them, and then it'll preserve them. They could last for 5 years within a can. and I wanted to show some canning tools that I have that makes things a little bit easier. So with canning, what you would do, and it actually is good to leave a little bit of room at the top, okay? You would seal this up, and you would either put this like in a pressure cooker, or there's special canning machines, or you can just submerge it in a pot of water, bring it to a boil, and let it boil for about 10-15 minutes, right, till that pop clicks in, right? And that's how it's canned. And then it's nice to have these tools because this way you don't break, right? You can pull it up and not drop it and not burn yourself, right? There's other things that you can do here. I really like this one. It's a good one to safely pick it up, all right? So I got this little canning kit that makes things a lot easier. Also, maybe if you're straining something, making jams, things like that. Just putting it in there if, like, say you're canning pears or apples, whatever it may be, okay? So it's nice to have the appropriate accoutrements. I'm gonna add one more cucumber here. This one's got a little soft spot, so I'm just gonna do this one side. But it's a great way to preserve your food. It's nice to have some, reserves in the world that we're living in. I got a friend that's got a whole shelf system filled with canned goods. I'm a little behind. I tend to have my stuff more fresh. But I probably will be making some canning of these cukes as well. All right, so this is the quick pickle. I'm just gonna add a little bit more water to top it off because I think I dumped a little bit too much out. And what I will do is then put this in the fridge, and I will eat these periodically in the next month or so. All right, so if you have any questions, feel free to send me a direct message. Also, if you are interested in the Guy-Centric Living membership, in that direct message, you can leave your email, and I can put you on the wait list for the next time that I open up the membership. So thank you so much for joining me today on the Guy-Centric Live at 5, and hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday. Be well.